New at 5, the Trump administration's executive order to immediately suspend refugee travel inside the United States will impact local resettlement centers in the area. 44 News reporter Amy Fazenbaker shares the disappointment many people are now feeling.
Last year alone, 232 refugees were settled here in Davis County. There's now 3,000 of them working and living here in the community. But each one of them is frightened by the Trump administration's decision to suspend all refugee travel coming into the country. Refugees who have been approved to travel to America before a January 27th deadline have now had their plans canceled by the Trump administration. As a result, thousands of refugees are now stranded at different locations around the globe, and 40 of those refugees were planning to travel to Davis County.
People who are fleeing persecution, war-torn countries, starvation, really horrific situations that are finally given the opportunity for a chance at freedom.
The screening process for refugees to get approval to come into the country is extensive. They are usually paired with a resettlement agency like the International Center of Kentucky here in Davis County to help with housing, jobs, health care, and a better future for their children as well.
So these are clients who have waited on average 15 to 20 years. That's the average span of time that people spend in a refugee camp before they come here.
For Joseph Mutengelwa, he is originally from the Democratic Republic of the Congo, and he tells me it's been through the community's encouragement since 2021 that he has landed on his feet and created a better life.
Owensboro is a good place to me because in terms of refugees, yeah, we are getting a lot of support of volunteers and also staff compared to where I was before. Yeah, so the local community is very supportive.
But with the new executive order, he now has family and friends who he will not be reunited with.
As Diana said, people were expecting to come here and meet with their families. So you can see how much this will affect people psychologically, mentally.
The misconception of refugees seems to be ongoing, but Diane Ford explains the benefits they provide for our society.
To acknowledge that so many people think that refugees are a burden on our economy, but many studies will show that refugees pay more in taxes than they receive in social services. And they fill a void in our workforce by accepting jobs that our current population really don't want and shifts that our current population often don't want.
With the suspension of refugees being able to start a new life, the International Center of Kentucky is hopeful there will be additional guidance to help those who can't help themselves.
Look, we recognize that there is an immigration crisis that needs to be solved. We just don't know that this was the right way to solve it.
Reporting in Owensboro, Amy Fazenbaker, 44 News.